Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
It is the 4th day of July. Happy Independence Day from all of us here at RiverBender.com. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show, and we got a great one for you today. We're going to be doing our little bit of a hybrid. I'm live in the studio this morning. If you want to talk with me and weigh in, you can feel free to do so on any comment line or the text line. We're going to be talking to Lee Cox today. We're going to have Theater Thursday. Then we're going to be talking... Oh, man, to Ron over at Redbird Barbershop. So a brand new barbershop in Edwardsville, really kind of tailor-made for folks that don't have the regular, 9 to 5 working hours. For so many folks that are working in the trade industry or even agricultural industry, there's not a lot of time to get those things done. So Ron's going to join us, fill us in on his career and ways that we can utilize his service. But man, those fireworks last night on the Mississippi looked great. The Alton Amphitheater Commission did a wonderful job yet again of just packing the riverfront with great vendors, a great set of music, and then just a great event. It was really awesome to see all the coverage on social media and RiverBender.com taking some shots and getting some footage as well. You can see that on RiverBender.com/news. But at 9:04, let's take a look at what's happening around the River Bend on this 4th day of July. And sign up for your daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people. And then it's kind of nice. 70,000 people in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the River Bend. It's kind of nice. I didn't go out at all. I stayed inside last night, and I kind of feel great, Feels good. Hey, we'll take you to East Alton first. Jaden Ulrich, a 21-year-old from East Alton and student athlete at the University of Louisville, has secured a place on the U.S. track and field national team for the 2024 Paris Olympics in the discus throw event. Ulrich qualified by finishing second at the U.S. Olympic team trials with a throw of 62.63 meters. Valerie Allman, the 2020 Olympic champion, won the trials with Ulrich and Veronica Fraley on the U.S. team. Ulrich expressed her pride and excitement, crediting consistency and the influence of Allman for her success. Her journey has been a long-term goal since high school, where she was a state champion in both shot put and discus. The Paris Olympics will commence on July 26th for all that want to see the River Bend region represented on the world stage. The cloudy weather on July 3rd did not deter in the slightest the enthusiastic crowd at Alton Amphitheater for their fireworks on the Mississippi event. Attendees enjoyed food trucks, music by DJ Bright, and games as they awaited the night's highlight. DJ Bright entertained the crowd from 5 p.m. to 7:30, followed by the 399th Army Band from Fort Leonard Wood, which played until the fireworks began at 9:30. Various food trucks, concessions enhanced the festive atmosphere. People traveled from near and far, including Melissa from Festus, Missouri, and Valerie, a regular attendee and a vendor. For more details, you can visit the RiverBender.com news section for the full article or for the full lineup of events this summer at the Riverfront, Alton Riverfront Amphitheater.com. That's Alton Riverfront Amphitheater.com. Also in the news today, The doubleheader between the River Dragons and the O'Fallon Hoots that was scheduled for yesterday was postponed because of wet field conditions. Officials deemed the playing surface unfit, prioritizing the safety of the players and the integrity of the game. Makeup dates and times will be announced shortly, and fans are encouraged to stay tuned for updates. The River Dragons have the day off today before they head up to Normal to face the Corn Belters. Their upcoming schedule includes a game on Saturday in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. General Manager Dallas Martz thanked fans for their understanding and emphasized the importance of player safety and game quality. Also, in the news today, the upcoming weekend promises a variety of events for all ages and interests, and highlights include mesmerizing fireworks shows and throughout the Riverbend, family-friendly activities for the Christmas in July craft fair, and live music from bands like Money Shot, Flip the Frog, and a heck of a lot more. Sports enthusiasts with little ones can take their sons or daughters to the 2025 8U baseball tryouts, while book lovers can participate in the Summer Reading Challenge. Other attractions include local farmers markets, even a pork steak fundraiser, and vibrant community festivals. For a complete listing of these events, visit RiverBender.com/events and consider promoting your event with me. Reach out, CJ at RiverBender.com, and I promise you'll reach the largest audience on this side of the Mississippi. Also in the news today, Mason Roseman, a standout swimmer for the Paddler Swim Club of Granite City, has been instrumental in guiding his team in a strong performance at the Southwest Illinois Swimming Association Relay Meet on June the 24th. Roseman and his team secured third place in the boys' standings and fourth overall. Known for his leadership, Roseman supports younger teammates, many of whom are new to competitive swimming. He emphasizes a simple philosophy: just try your best and have a great time with it. With the Swissa Championship meet set for the 25th of July, Roseman hopes for continued success and enjoyment for his team this summer. Also in the news today, in a significant moment for the Catholic community, Bishops Thomas Paprocki and Michael McGovern will converge at St. Peter's and Paul Church in Collinsville at 1 p.m. on Monday, July the 8th. This event is part of the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage, a multi-route nationwide journey that began on May 17th during the Feast of Pentecost. Bishop McGovern will ceremonially hand off the National Traveling Monstrance to Bishop Thomas John Paprocki. Following this, area Catholics will participate in a Eucharistic procession and adoration. The pilgrimage, originating from San Francisco, will traverse central Illinois and lead to the National Eucharistic Congress in Indianapolis from July the 17th through the 21st. Participants are invited to engage in various faith-deepening activities, including processions, adoration, and fellowship. Lee Cox is calling me on the phone. Hold on. Finally, in the news today at 9:10, before we take a quick break, the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has issued an at-large warrant for Brandon Hiregrove, 20, in connection to a February 15th murder. The warrant, issued on the 27th of June, charges Hargrove with first-degree murder, unlawful use of weapons, and 2 counts of armed criminal action. Hargrove was arrested on the 2nd of July and is being held on a $500,000 cash-only bond. The incident occurred at a Go-Go Mart on Chamber Road, where Hargrove allegedly shot the victim after being pointed out by the driver's mother. The investigation is ongoing at this time by the St. Louis County Police. Before we take a look at weather, and that is a look at your top of the hour newscast, we're going to move on from that. They had on Dallas Martz from the Alton River Dragons yesterday on Channel 5, and they were talking about just some of the waiting periods. RiverBender.com was over at City Hall yesterday for the meeting between New Frontiers and the City of Alton at City Council chambers, and we were asked to leave, so we'll keep you updated as we release those details. We always try to be transparent and in the know. and we'll just await a press release and we'll await further statements in regards to that. So many of you have weighed in on the future of Gordon Moore, and we are trying our best to get that information to you. At 9:11, let's take a look at your weather forecast for this 4th of July. It's 73 degrees, and get ready for some humidity until you get more rain this afternoon. Today, humid, heavy thunderstorms this morning, followed by thunderstorms this afternoon. And tonight, cloudy and humid with a couple of showers and a heavy thunderstorm. These thunderstorms can bring flooding, downpours, hail, and damaging wind gusts. So please be careful out there. Temperatures reach 86 degrees today. They drop down to 72 overnight as we head into Friday. On Friday, a high of 82 degrees, a low of 63. And on Saturday, a high of 84, a low of 65 degrees. On Sunday, a high of 89, a low of 68. And on Monday, the 8th of July, a high of only 82, a low of 68 degrees. Friday night sounds really nice at 63. That's a look at your weather forecast for the next 5 days. For time and temperature, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back. Rehab, recover, and return home. Hey, head on over to Hainer Library for you and your family to check out the new Library of Things, a collection of non-traditional items available for free with a Hainer Library card. Hainer Library is seriously one of my favorites, and honestly, they hold a special place in my heart, and I know so many of yours. You know, in the Library of Things, you can go check out a piano keyboard, a multi-purpose speaker system with a microphone if you have an outdoor event. You don't have to pay the big box store. An Epson projector, a projector screen with a stand for those movie nights, ghost hunting kits, so much more. It all awaits you at HainerLibrary.org, HainerLibrary.org. I understand I'll get upstairs and open the door in a second here. Just give me some time. I'm doing my job. HainerLibrary.org. And don't forget to tell them once you sign up that CJ sent you their way. We'll take a quick break, and we'll take a look at Skycam. Our daily show will continue right after this on RiverBender.com.
I knew a God had turned us on. Turn us on. When you're coming home, I can't go on.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Please, sir, can I have some more? Lee Cox, Kevin Frakes, a 4th of July edition of Theater Thursday. Did you guys get in? I can't believe they locked the door on you.
I know.
John, what the hell?
We wore blue. You have red and white.
They knew we were coming. They said, these guys are coming. We got to lock the door.
I'm going to have to say something. I had some local celebrities outside waiting today.
Yeah, how dare they
Who's
take
that?
the holiday?
I was on your Facebook yesterday just kind of scrolling through, and I saw some of the new pictures of the Oliver cast.
Yeah.
And you know what's cool? You can see the camaraderie in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's great cast, and we have a lot of new people.
27
new
out
people.
of 31 are brand new.
What does that mean for the Little Theater, seriously?
It means a lot of work for me. But I like new people. I really do. I like the energy they bring, and they're so excited about it. And the kids are so much fun, to be with and stuff. And you take a chance on having that many kids, but these kids are so smart, and they want to be there and they want to work. In fact, when the night's over, we said, okay, it's time to go home. A lot of them go, no, can we stay and do it again?
Wow.
And so they're really working hard, and they've got their lines memorized like boom, just like that. And of course, I tease the adults.
Show offs,
I tease the adults because first night of blocking, my little Oliver, he walks up without a book. And so all the adults are reading the book. I looked at the adults and said, you realize this little boy's got his lines memorized? And they go, yeah, we know.
And he's so little. Knox is so little. I thought, does he not read? Maybe that's why he doesn't have his book, and then he just rattled them off. I was like, oh my God, he's got them all.
No, he's very, very intelligent little boy.
Well, and what I think's kind of cool about that is I'm sure just kind of their passion because, they're younger and they have that energy, I'm sure it rubs off on the older cast.
It does. It keeps everybody going and stuff. The kids are so excited about doing things. And when I got the set partially done, probably 95% done, and the kids saw it, and it's their playground. I mean, they get up there and they're running all over it and stuff, and they're trying it out.
And they notice if we add things.
Yeah,
oh, look at this! She created over here. I'm like, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
So, but they get so excited. It's fun to see it through their eyes because we're so used to doing it.
Right.
And our little Oliver's never been on stage before.
Ever.
Oh, and he has the leading role.
Yep.
Well, Well, and you know what I think's cool, going even beyond theater, is the fact that you both have created relationships for these, small performers, that they're going to have a group of friends or somebody to talk to. I mean, the relationships last forever that way.
Yeah, they really do. In fact, the two leads, the two little boys, they're starting to bond, and they're hanging together and everything else. And the moms are even bonding.
That's
they come,
cool.
And the moms are bonding, and they're changing phone numbers and stuff. Say, well, if I'm late sometimes, you take care of my boy, I'll take care of your boy.
That's cool.
And that kind of stuff. And I welcome that. I like the moms being there. They help. They sit there and stuff. And, of course, kids are kids. And there was one night I'm up there working with Oliver, and he goes, yeah, but it says in the book to do this, this, and this. And I said, yeah, but I'm going to change it a little bit. And he goes, well, you are the director. And Mom started saying something. I go, I got him, Mom. Don't worry about it. I got him. So, but they're so smart. They're just like little. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your toes with these kids.
But so you start with this is downstage, this is upstage, because
they know nothing.
They know nothing.
What was that off of? I know nothing. What was that?
I know nothing. That was.
Oh my God.
The Army show.
Yes.
Schultz and
MASH.
MASH.
There we go. I was going crazy.
No.
No? Hogan's Heroes?
Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, okay.
Hogan's Heroes.
Sorry, squirrel moment. I just got
That's okay. I'm used to ADD people.
But that's another incredible thing about this process with Oliver is, like you guys just said, it's one thing when you have CJ out there and he's playing a small part and you got 9 other people around him, but you got all these kids.
Yeah. Speak up.
But you got all these kids that are new, and you're teaching them definitions and terminology, and then going into learning the show.
Yeah, because when I get up and talk and stuff, I say, we're going to do this. And I said, now, how many kids know what I'm talking about? And some of them will raise their hands, and then I have them explain it. And then they explain it, and the kids are going, oh, okay. So then we continue on. Because I said, do you know what blocking is? Mm-hmm. And they'll go, and so we move on, and then I explain it to them. Because I try and teach them as I go. Right. And even the parents say, well, I love that. These kids learn a lot of things. Instead of just getting up there, you do this and you do that, I tell them why they're doing it, and I explain it to them,
Mm-hmm.
and we get into depth with the characters, and because I sat before we even started, I had all the kids sitting on stage, and I sit down on a chair and I talk to them. I said, okay, now what is acting to you guys? What is this? Mm-hmm. And they start talking about it openly and stuff, and I said, now Fagin is in this, so who is Fagin to you? And they said, well, he's a guy that took us in. I said, so why do you think he took you in? Think about the process. And I said, in my mind, I think he's a man that also spent time on the streets as a young man. And so when he got older, he decided to help these young kids that are out on the street, and he takes them in.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh. And so I said, this is what happens in these shows. There's reasons for everything you do. And if you don't have a reason in the book, you make it up so you understand why you're doing things. And that's all part of acting.
I'm so glad he's really been thinking about this, because on Monday, from 1 o'clock until almost 10 o'clock, we have 50 children that we are coaching, teaching, directing, because our youth summer classes start.
Oh, they start Monday?
Yeah, so look at us now, because
okay, can we get some before and after shots in this studio? Well, and do you guys like working with the kids? Seriously,
I do. It's it's a different type of energy.
Yeah.
With these kids, and at times they drive you crazy. They're kids, and at times you got to put on the dad hat. And you take off the director hat and you put on the dad hat, but you don't do it as much. I'm not doing it much at all in this show.
These are good kids.
And these are really good. I mean, there's one time, Arsenio is doing our choreographing, and he is awesome.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
He's awesome. And at one time he had them all on stage. Everybody was on stage, and he took the adults and he said, the adults are doing something special here. So he started working with the adults, and I guess he worked with them for a good 25 minutes. And these kids were on stage, and they just sat down and just sat and watched. And you're talking, there were 17 of them at the time sitting there on stage, just sitting there watching, and no adult said, okay, kids, sit down, be quiet, and watch. They just did it. And I was sitting there watching that, and I was so proud of them, because it's like, oh my God. And these are kids from 8 years old till 17. all the way up.
So you got a pretty diverse group.
Yeah, we've got a handful of the real little ones.
It's hard not to lose all of them. Sometimes when they're all 31 or up there, I'm like, where is he?
Because he's a little guy.
And Kevin will say, it's Oliver. He needs to be up front.
So it's...
Well, and as I'm getting into this, I don't think you guys are going to have one lull of a show. I mean, just from the passion of the cast and crew and just seeing how their families are a part of this, I could see these tickets just flying right off the shelves.
They're selling.
Are they
They're
good?
Picking up. Yeah, they're selling.
All the kids and their parents and grandparents.
Oh,
That was.
I mean,
that was
Grandma
day
comes
one.
in and buys 10 tickets at a time.
Well,
so they bring the whole family and stuff.
And that means you better get your hands on yours soon because honestly, the family's coming in to swoop up what they can, and rightfully so. But also for all of you to have that opportunity, August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. August 2nd, 3rd, 8th, and 9th are at 7:30. August 4th, 10th, and 11th are matinees at 2. I like the Saturday matinee.
Well, see, this is launching this difference. There'll be 4 evenings and 3 matinees, and so we thought, well, this is a good shot, even though it's not part of the regular season, because families and kids, particularly if they have younger kids, it's probably easier. They're not going to fall asleep. I don't think they would anyway. 17 production numbers. That's huge.
Well, and some of our older clientele, they don't like to drive at night anymore.
Yeah.
And so our Sundays fill up immediately. And so there's a lot of them say, well, I can't come then. And because they won't drive at night.
Yeah.
And so that was another reason why we did that. And so now it gives them another option to go to.
Well, I really do like the matinee opportunity because I'm an early guy.
Because you don't like driving at night.
It's fun. I'm an old guy. By 7, you got to come get me from my house.
And your dog.
And my dog, of course, Nico. But, as you're rehearsing these 17 production numbers, which we aren't talking, tiptoe through the tulips walking down the road.
Numbers.
These are huge.
Yeah, and some of them just go on forever.
Oh, they do.
Just go on forever.
How do you rehearse something like that, especially one that's such a long duration?
You do it in sections.
Okay.
I mean, you do it sections at a time. Then you start putting everything together. And like I told the kids, I said it's a process because there's some nights that not all of them are there, and then there's some nights that not all the adults there. So you do it, in different levels. And after a while, then they all start coming in, and they're seeing things they've never seen before because they're not in it. And then all of a sudden, it's like the show just starts coming together.
Really cool. And it seems like that no one's, especially in the younger level, even across the board, but for the younger performers, no one's fearful of failing. They're all learning and part of this team.
I don't think they understand that.
Yeah.
They really don't understand that because we're just teaching them what to do. Because I sat down with the mom the other night of Oliver, and I sat down with her at rehearsal, and I said, so how's he doing? And she goes, well, he's working real hard. I said, no, I don't mean that. I said, how's he doing mentally? And because we're giving him a lot. For a young man, that's never done anything before
How old
on
is
stage,
he again?
He's actually 8.
But he looks
like 5 and 6. I mean, he's little.
Tiny.
Wow.
And so I said, how's he doing? She goes, oh, he's doing great, but I'm dying.
Well, I bet.
She goes, I'm a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
And I said, it's okay. I said, we will get him through this.
We were talking about that last week.
Yeah, she's a nervous wreck. And she sits there during rehearsals, and she even cries during rehearsals.
We were
She goes, oh, I cry all the time.
But it goes above and beyond. Just what you said, just to touch on it, worrying about the mental health, because you're right. I mean, for even a 25-year-old, a 30-year-old that's performing in that's a lot to handle.
But he's so intelligent because we'll be working with him, and whether it's me or Arsenio or whoever, and we'll talk about something, he'll go, now wait a minute. He goes, what do you want me to do? And we'll go through it again. He goes, okay, I can do that. And then he gets up and does it.
Wow.
So he really...
They're little sponges.
Yeah, he really stops and thinks about it. And you can tell when I'm talking to him, he focuses right on me when I talk to him, which is not always true with kids that age. And he'll look right at me and he'll focus, and then he'll go, okay. And then he gets up and does it, And to work with someone that young and inexperienced and to let him go through everything, because he's not only got to learn all the lines, he's got to learn the dances, he's got to learn all the songs, he's got to learn everything. And then I've got to teach him how to act.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really know how to act.
Right.
So it's a lot
Like
of work.
he's a kid in 1848.
Yeah.
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 And to me, though, that's what I think's really cool, though, to hear is that, even across the board, that you guys are really looking out for the, welfare of the performers is really cool, man. I think that's wonderful. And, as you're going forward, what do these next couple of weeks look like? Because you're less than a month away from the show starting, which
it's crazy.
I never thought honestly, when we started talking about this, I said it'd be a hop, skip, and a jump, and now you got the youth acting classes starting and the rest
and he's actually taking our classes,
yeah,
too.
there's
He's going to be
4 of
taking
the
our
kids.
classes.
Four of the kids are taking. So
Yeah.
they'll be there with us.
Yeah. So
Wow.
a few of them are taking our classes, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because the moms are jumping into it. And moms, I tell you what, you got to hang on to those moms.
You
'cause
do.
They are there every single night, and they're sitting there, and it's tiring for them. And they get really nervous for their kids and everything else. But they're good moms because they'll videotape things and take it home and help the kids. Because they see what we want them to do, then they'll go. Because I could tell, because when they come back the next night, they've got it, and mom's been helping them. And now how do you guys split up that performance time for the cast of Oliver that's a part of the youth acting classes? Is it going to be hard for them to kind of get out of the Oliver routine to focus on youth acting? Not these kids.
Not these ones.
Yeah.
Tell them about the Randy thing that he ran over. Poor Oliver's.
Oh yeah, we were all
Randy,
rehearsing
poor
songs
Randy.
and stuff out front in the lobby, and we rehearse our songs out there. And they're singing along, and Randy, who plays Fagin, he's also in that song. They're singing along and stuff, and Randy ran over one of the songs and sang a line that's Oliver. And he's singing along, and he's just sang it, and Oliver turned and looked and goes, "That's my line. Don't sing my part." And he goes,
"Oh my God!"
He goes, "I'm really sorry. I won't do that again." And we all were cracking up. He goes, "Don't sing my part."
Randy, he walked me to my car the other
he's
night.
such a sweet
and
guy.
He's so sweet. He's just shaking his head. He goes, "I don't know how they learned it. I don't know how they get it. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?"
Well, and he's become like the grandpa of the
yeah,
kids.
I bet.
Because the kids just love him to
they
death.
do.
He's
Even
a
with
wonderful
his
man.
beard
He's
and
so
everything.
funny. He's on stage all the time, and they'll be going through new things, and he'll look at the kids and go, "Okay, kids, what do I do now? Tell me where to go." And the kids go, "You go over there and sit down." He goes, "Okay." So he goes over and sits down, and and the kids really love him, though. You can tell that they're really getting attached to him. So, which is fun, and it's great for the show because then you'll see that interaction with them.
Well, and it's a different way to learn too. On top of it, because
Absolutely.
even though Randy is learning and all of that, I'm sure it's a fun little not game, but a fun little bit of interaction to have to where they can learn where everyone else needs to
Right.
be too.
He's so experienced, so he anchors like when
Yeah.
audiences are there. That's what's going to be a new elephant, which is why I'm so happy that Kevin is over ready. He wants the show to be ready a week before, and that's good because then when the lights hit, then when the microphones are doing funny things, then when people are there, they're not as thrown because they feel secure. And it's great that we have a couple of experienced actors, Carrie Preston, who plays Nancy, and Randy Manning, who's, of course, Fagin, who they're used to performing.
Yeah.
So, because things happen. People cough. I mean,
They talk.
They
well,
talk.
you've been on our stage. And it's so close.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, because it could even just be the way someone's makeup hit some of that day, for the child. Is there a way that you can ever practice for, that type of, I don't want to say stage fright, but that type of stage shock, or is that just something you got to just deal with?
It's hard. The thing of it is, and I'm a firm believer in this, if you are rehearsed and you know your part, you should be fine. Because all you're doing then is just going through what you've been taught.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else in life. I mean, a nurse or a doctor or anything else, under stress, they rely on their training. And you go back to your training and you just tune into that. Most people can do that.
And the moms and people in the audience are very good, but occasionally somebody will come up and talk to me and have a question. I try not to do that, but I've learned the kids are tuned into your voice because they don't break character. They don't, unless he says, hold it, then they'll stop. So I think that's a good sign that they know if he's saying something, they need to really pay attention. But they kind of tune out everybody else. I try so hard to make sure we're not having conversations when they're rehearsing, like go in the other room. And most of the kids will just sit in the audience and watch.
They're being very
They're
good.
very disciplined.
Now, what's the rehearsal schedule look like? Is it every day?
Every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to a point where they're going to almost all have to be there.
And
all
Saturday.
The time.
Now we've got
we've got a Saturday dance rehearsal this Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's a catch up. Well, the problem is when you have that many people and you're talking about summer,
And
people are taking vacation. We have a lot of kids that are off. And so we have to do makeup sessions. And so we got to get these kids. There's been a couple kids that's been off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is
Bumble's been off, but he's going to be back Friday.
Is that where the experience comes in at being a director and being and producing shows? Because that would be kind of hard for me. And that, I mean, because
it drives you crazy.
Yeah, because you got to pull everyone.
Yeah.
When do we practice? When do we rehearse this? When do we go into this? Is that just where your experience comes in?
Yeah, I've been doing it so long.
Life.
Yeah, it's our life. We've been doing this so long. I mean, it's a process. Like I said before, everything's a process, and I do it the same way most of the time. You know, I always do it the same way. And like she says, I push, like if it says we're opening up on this date, I push that we open up a week early on stage. Yeah. And that's the way I push. I mean, the technical's done, the lights are done, everything's ready. And then if we have any problems that last week, we can iron them out. And by then, the cast is ready. I mean, by opening night, the only thing they have is the butterflies, because like I said, you can have butterflies, but you can't be afraid unless you don't know your lines and you don't know your dances. If you know it, what's there to be afraid of?
Exactly.
You know.
And we don't add the rented costumes until a week before. And that always
adds a different level.
That adds a different level. They have to figure out how many pages. I did a flow sheet that they'll get tomorrow night. So I have them count how many pages and kind of estimate the minutes. But what if somebody does skip something? They got to know, I've got 2 minutes to make this costume change. And they have to know what they put on. And this doesn't have the number of costume changes that Singing in the Rain does. But
it does a lot.
We have 31, I think I counted up, it's 73 characters that are portrayed. And even the kids who are in the orphanage, not all of them are faking kids, but when they are, they have to be totally redressed, and the girls have to look like boys in 4 minutes.
Have you ever gotten an 8-year-old ready for school? You know, that's pretty damn impressive that they can get changed that quick.
They have to wear different colored jazz shoes, so I know I'm gonna.
They're in for a shock.
They're in for a shock.
But I'm even having to teach. I'm going through a period now because they're starting to learn everything.
Yeah.
It says so. Wonder if this happens and wonder if this happens, you know, because our little Oliver, he's on stage the whole time. And even the scene where he walks up and says, "Please, sir, could I have more?" and they start chasing him. I told him, I said, you have the bowl, you toss it over to the girl next to you, and you take off running, okay? Well, he was doing that. The other night, the girl wasn't there because she was absent.
Yeah.
So he went through it and he went, and he stopped. And so I stopped the whole thing. I said, now, I said, she will be there every night. But I said, things happen once in a while. So if she isn't there, what would you normally do? He goes, I would just get rid of it. I said, that's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's real.
Right.
It's
you just
real.
Get rid of it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so but they're so afraid of going past that because they're doing everything I tell them to do.
Yep.
So if it gets to a point like, well, Kevin didn't tell me to do this, should I do this? You know, so I've got to get them thinking now, if something happens, you just do it and keep going.
This is so cool. I can't believe how
lot
this
of work.
You guys needed a documentary just for the making of Oliver.
Well, I love watching the adults chase him because he's so little. He gets under the table and he climbs over things. And so, again, you know, the audience is rooting for him because he's so little.
Right.
And these adults, they look like giants on stage. And you're like, how can they treat this boy? And, you know, they make him sleep on the floor on a little pad in the funeral home.
It's a dog bed is what it is, basically.
Yeah.
It's a dog bed.
Yeah.
And then they put him in the coffin. And the night we did that, I did it first. I showed him how it all works. I built a coffin. I opened it up, and I put it in right before I closed it down. He goes, wait a minute. I said, what? And he goes, can I breathe in here? I'm like, what kid thinks about that kind of stuff? I went, yeah, you can breathe in here. And he goes, okay. And then off we went. But he's he's very intelligent, young man. And first time I took him out to show him the set where Fagan kitchen is, it's all kind of a junkyard.
Yep.
And I built it to look like it was about ready to fall down. Okay, he walked out there and he goes, "This doesn't look safe enough to walk on." And I said, "That's exactly the way it's supposed to look." And he goes, "I don't know, it doesn't look safe." I said, "Watch." And I got up and walked all the way around it and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then he got on it.
That's just incredible.
I mean, for a little kid to think, most kids would go, "Yeah," they just jump on it and keep it going. He's like, "I don't think this is safe."
And now they love it because it took a little while to figure out where do they all sleep.
Yeah,
and
okay.
He has them all cuddled
over the place.
up, and they undress and dress and put things on, and they have to know where everything is. And it has probably 4 times as many things as actually get touched. Some just stay there, but some will get moved. And so I think this week they'll get a feel for like, oh, okay, that's how that gets used.
I actually have a prop I got to pick up. So we haven't even started that yet with them. So.
Oh, that sounds. Hang around for a moment. We got to take a quick pause because I haven't taken a break all hour. But we aren't going anywhere. You stay there. We'll stay here, right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. The story of my life. Welcome back, Theater Thursday, 9:46 on this 4th day of July. How intricate was building this set?
I don't know if that's the right term or not. I enjoy building these kind of sets because I just create it in my head and just start building. And I just go when it, and it took me about a week, so, but, then we had to paint it, make it look good. And then I've got a lady that's coming and going to paint the back wall of old dilapidated buildings behind it, so it looks like it's stuck into these buildings, so it's going to be kind of cool.
That is really cool. Well, when you were making that structure that kind of looks unsafe and rickety, what kind of goes into that to throw everyone off? Because I don't want to hear your secrets, but I kind of do.
There's no secrets to it. I mean, you just make it look rough and make it look like it's not square and kind of tilting and stuff when it truly isn't.
Yeah.
And all the it's hard for me because I'm such a builder of straightness, and I didn't do that on this, and so even setting the stuff around that makes it look like a garbage place, it's like I'm always like I want to do this way, so I just walked up and just kind of went throw it, you just throw it, and it's like okay, that looks good. So that's kind of what you do, and I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, I bet you do. Well, and that's what I was wondering. Did it ever did it kind of kill you a little bit or tear at you? You're like,
it makes me work harder at it because what I do normally I couldn't do on this because you want it to look bad. And there's he has this little trap door there that he opens up and has his little goodies in there and stuff. So you have to make that. The kids love that. They keep going over and looking at it and stuff.
All of his jewels.
Yeah. That Fagan looks at.
Yeah.
And he has a clothesline with all the hankies, but he said, okay, so we need to get all this vintage underwear and then put it in tea, make it look dirty even if it's on the line.
We'll hang that on
so that's what I did yesterday, and my husband's like, what are you doing? Because I made this big vat of tea water, and then I started putting all the underwear in it, and he goes, oh my God, that looks awful. And I said,
that's what it's supposed to look like.
That's what it's supposed to look awful.
Getting some interesting text messages this morning about this. People want to know how they can get season tickets.
Oh, well, we can tell them that.
Call 618-462-3205.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Alton Little Theater.
Go online.
You guys manage our website, and you can buy tickets 24 hours a day.
So can I tell you guys something honestly?
Sure.
I got to get this off my chest. I had someone ask me about some website help and, use my technical guru, and I had to break it to them that I have nothing to do with any of the technical greatness that they're doing upstairs. I was like, I'm just the guy that blabbers into the microphone. I'm in the basement,
I understand.
But Mike is so patient these days because sometimes when I ask a question, see, I'm more like you, he'll just go, okay, let me explain it to you in non-technical ways.
Literally me. Now, as we're gearing up and we have a couple of weeks, we can stay up to date on social media to see pictures, I'm sure, of the youth acting classes to stay up to date on Oliver. But take me through season tickets because they are on sale and you guys have a discount until August 31st.
Yes. Yes. It's $85 until August 31st. And even then, I do a little flip thing in September. Yep. If they wander into the September show, Making God Laugh, which is going to be a fabulous family comedy, then they can use the price that they paid to get in and just convert it to a season ticket. So that will go on until September 29th. And then it's over until next March. You can't buy a season ticket. You can buy individual tickets, But if you buy a season ticket, it would be $115. In fact, if you bought a ticket to every extra and all the shows, it's $217, and you could see a concert, a show every single month of the year.
Do you know what that would get you in St. Louis? A half of a parking spot.
Yeah.
I was just going to say a parking place.
Or the fourth balcony.
Yeah, or the fourth balcony behind the damn pillar, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've had people, though, come in and say, well, I don't want to buy season tickets because I'm going to be gone this month. And I said, yeah, but it's still cheaper to buy the season ticket. I said, then give it to someone that's never been. And let them experience it. And
pay your lawn guy.
It's still cheaper. Yeah, it's still cheaper to buy them because if you miss one or two shows, you're still ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and too, just to me, we always talk about, supporting local and everything else. A season ticket to Alton Little Theater, even if you can only make one show, buy it and then give the opportunity, like you just said, and support local.
Yes.
Because right now, you and I have talked, Lee, nonprofits are hurting across the board. It is
big
brutal.
Time.
And if we can keep, every little bit of, help goes a long way in this, and you can provide some entertainment, and hell, everyone needs a couple hours of escape anymore, no matter what news channel you turn on.
It is actually such a healthy thing to come in, turn off your cell phone, be in a different world, maybe have some ice cream, have some refreshments, and say, oh my gosh, I'm unplugged from all the news, all the worry, everything in the world. We have to go back to it as adults. We have to be responsible. But it's really good, yeah.
Yeah, just to get away. And now, in the next couple of weeks, what's the next big musical production on Saturday? What's the big number getting rehearsed?
Oh, we're running all the numbers.
And trying to get people plugged in.
So it's going to be a long Saturday.
Yeah, I thought a couple hours, but
no, we're going to run. Yeah, he's going to pretty well. He gets. Arsenio's very, very good, and he starts tweaking and stuff. So some of the numbers go a little longer in rehearsal than what they probably should because he's just working it. But we got to get everybody caught up, and he'll probably go from the beginning and start running all the numbers. So,
really cool. And is there a chance we can get Oliver a couple of the performers at the end of the month before August?
Maybe.
We tape sometime?
So.
Yeah, I'd love that because just to give them their opportunity. But it's really cool to hear just how the camaraderie and the atmosphere is with you guys.
Who knows what they'll say, but
it's kind of why I want them, Kevin.
They're kids.
But it's really cool, though. I mean, it just goes a long way.
Well, they're going to practice next week. They're on the radio.
Yeah, well, we're taking them on the radio.
Oh, okay. That's good
week,
practice.
So that'll be fun for me.
But it shows you, though, the community. Because it's not just about going to shows and having the best performers and the best show. It's about having the best atmosphere, too. And if you're making a young person feel empowered enough maybe to continue theater all the way up until college and past that, or even just develop those lasting bonds, and then the tools that you're learning on stage, like critical thinking and communication and all of that goes such a long way. And I think it's just really good to point that out.
Yeah, they start at that early age, and once some of these, I would say probably over half of these kids that are in it are hooked now.
Yeah.
They're hooked. And I feel sorry for their parents because their whole life now will be, taking them to theater and staying. And my policy when I direct, and especially with kids, is I have an open door policy. The parents can be there anytime they want to be there and sit and watch. And I have
same for the classes.
Yeah, same with the classes. I want the parents there, because I want them to experience it as well and see what the kids are learning. And it's just a safety thing too, as well. If the parents are there, then I don't worry about anything. So
the kids always have at least two adults in the room, and we watch them like a hawk. And they don't get picked up unless we have a release form that says Grandma can pick them up.
So earlier I got snippy because I knew the door was locked, and I got kind of hot on the air. I go, how is the damn door locked? And they didn't realize, one of the texters didn't realize it was Alton Little Theater you were waiting. That's why I was pissy, because I was so pissy. I went, who locks the door on a Thursday? I get it's the 4th of July, but we all got jobs to do, and we'll never lock out Alton Little Theater, and they won't lock you out either, because they They want you in the doors and supporting
If
the
it had really been raining, you'd have heard it from me.
Oh man, I feel you on rain. This hair gets wet and we're in deep mess.
I don't have that problem.
Well, we're gonna keep up to date with Oliver as we got another Theater Thursday at the end of the month. Get your tickets now, 618-462-3205. Call the box. Are you guys in there today?
We are going to stop by, and Michael checks the phone every day.
They can always leave a message.
Yes, always leave a message, or they know you can contact me through the website. When it says contact, leave information, it's actually my email. It comes to me, and I get some strange ones, but I had a mom this morning. She won one in a raffle contest, and she said, I won it by 3 more. And I said, oh, that's why we do it.
That's super cool. Really cool. Get season tickets to Alton Little Theater for the 91st season of just greatness that's getting ready to come down. We've already gone through the lineup, but I'm really excited for that.
2 new directors. I mean, really, really great shows.
And the Rocky Horror.
Oh,
and you gotta watch that R, Kevin. You gotta.
Auditions are coming up the 22nd and August 2nd, and I think he's gonna have 100 people plus.
I
There's
think so,
some in
too.
costume. I just want to come.
Everybody's excited over it.
I just want to come and watch.
And all the excitement you're missing out on if you don't get season tickets. 618-462-3205 or altonlittletheater.org. Lee, Kevin, we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Take a quick break. Daily show on a 4th of July Thursday hits you right after this on RiverBender.com.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I just lose control down to my very soul. I get a hot and cold.
That was the weirdest Facebook comment I think I've ever gotten in my life. Hold on here. We gotta take care of some business here. That was just kind of gross. People leave me weird messages on Facebook sometimes. You know, just kind of gross. You know. Ron, how are we doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
Well, man, I'm hanging in there. So this is really cool. We met about last week, 2
Right.
weeks ago.
Yes.
Hell, I don't know what I had for breakfast, but you were talking about starting your own salon, your own barbershop.
Yeah, it's not a salon. It's a barbershop. Right.
And now the process already started pretty quickly, and we're up and running.
Yeah. I got my shop put together pretty quickly. Of course, I had my own shop for many years in the Branson area, and my wife and I moved back to the St. Louis area. You know, we are from this area. So anyway, I was supposed to be retired, but I really missed the people, and I like to cut hair. So
How'd you get involved involved in the industry? Was it something you always had an interest for, or something you stumbled into?
No, it was. I kind of stumbled into it. I sold process control equipment most of my career in St. Louis, mostly at the Anheuser-Busch breweries.
Okay.
And I retired from that. My wife and I moved down to the lake, Table Rock Lake. And I got bored down there. The people in town are like, Ron, you're really artistic, and we need a barber. What do you think? And I'm thinking, what are you talking about right now? So anyway, I thought about it for a couple weeks. So I ended up going to Barber College in Springfield, Missouri. And it turned out that, you know, I had a talent for that. So, you know, everyone has a talent. Sometimes you don't know it until you get exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got through my barber college, and I opened up my own barbershop right from there. And I built that business up, and I was very successful down there. I had people all the way from, you know, Kansas City, Wichita, Dallas. They would try to come to the lake and time their haircuts so they could come see me. So that was, it all worked out, and I really enjoyed it. We had a good time, and I intend to do the same here.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, and when we're talking about just the conversations that you have, you know, what makes that you know, kind of opportunity so great for you when you're chatting with your clients and you're able to kind of connect? Because if you have folks that are planning vacations around when they're coming to see you, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to, you know, I give a good haircut, but, you know, what's even more important is when you're a barber, and, you know, this is a real barber shop, and it's really hard to find anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you get to be friends with the people, and you know a lot about them. You know them, their family, their kids, their grandkids, and that's all part of the experience. I mean, of course, you're there to get a haircut, and that's what you're going to leave with is a good haircut. But there's a lot more to it, and it's a lot better experience for people than going somewhere where you don't even get the same person every time you walk in. So
Well, exactly. And now I've heard you a couple of times now talk about barbershop versus salon. What makes that difference?
Well, a barbershop is, you know, barbers cut hair different than beauticians. Beauticians do a great job, and beauticians can cut your hair too, but barbers are trained a little differently. It's more focused upon men, although I do cut women as long as the haircut is a shorter variety. We don't do perms and color and all that stuff. You can go to a beauty shop for that.
Gotcha.
This is a barber shop, but we can shave the neck, hot towel.
Really cool.
we do beard trims. We line out the beards.
Really cool. That's what I was kind of curious.
It's just like, most people, if you're under 50 years old, probably don't even know what a real barbershop is unless you just happen to stumble into one, if you can find one.
Well, you're right, because there aren't very many left in the area. And now I was looking on the article that Sydney wrote, and we were kind of talking about this when you were here, is having, availability for folks that have non-normal working hours, that are farmers, that are, in any type of trade industry. Is that still something you're pursuing?
Yeah, that's what I'm after. My shop is, it's in between Edwardsville and Bunker Hill. I'm right on Highway 159.
In Morrow, in that area?
The mailing address is Morrow. I'm very close to Holiday Shores.
Okay.
Prairie Town, Bunker Hill, Staunton, Hamel, Bethalto. I've already had people from, excuse me, from all of those areas already come to the shop. And I open at 6 a.m., so I'm trying to hit the people who do work early, and they may want to stop in for a cut before work. I'm right on the highway. Traffic goes by my house, all morning long, all day long, actually. So that's one thing I'm trying to provide for the area. My goal is to provide a barbershop for that area and the surrounding areas where people can come and get to know me. I get to know them. They know what they're going to get when they come in. There's no mystery of who's going to cut my hair this time, and all that stuff. So that's really the focus of it.
Yeah.
It keeps me busy doing what I want to do, but it's also a service to the community.
And now, how'd you develop the name Redbird Barbershop? Was that
that was a pure, just wing it. I'm sitting out on my back deck.
No, those are my favorite stories.
I'm sitting out on my back deck. I'm looking at my barn. I'm looking at my yard. It's like, man, I really should cut this grass right now. And a pair of cardinals landed on the edge of the garage there where I could see them. And I look up, and I'm already thinking about doing this barbershop. I'm like, Redbird Barbershop. I mean, I'm a Cardinal fan. I grew up in St. Louis.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just call it Redbird Barbershop, and we'll go with that. So I didn't, I didn't sit there and think about it for weeks. It just kind of
literally flew to you.
It flew to me. Yeah, it flew to me. It landed on the edge of on the gutter there at the garage, and
sometimes things just
that's
land
how I
right
came
in
up
front
with
of
it.
you.
I winged it right there.
Well, and whenever I think about, some of the issues that folks have when they're trying to get their hair cut is scheduling and making sure that, I gotta, I booked 3 weeks out and I got my hair cut. But you take walk-ins too, correct?
I take walk-ins. I'm also doing appointments. Your company is putting a website together. Excuse me. And you will be able to go online to make an appointment. But I want to stress that walk-ins are also accepted. You might want to call ahead of time if you want and just say, hey, Ron, what's the story over there? Can I come in and get a haircut?
I didn't know you cut hair for one of my former soccer teammates.
Who's that?
Riley Patterson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy. I was filling in for the lady that owns Acres Barbershop in Edwardsville. But she was out on a medical thing. Anyway, this man comes in, he sits down, I said, man, you look like, I see you on TV or something. This kid looked like a movie star. Right?
Yeah.
I know I saw you somewhere. He goes, well, what do you do? He goes, well, I play football. I'm like, yeah, you do? Well, where do you do that? He goes, well, I'm the kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So anyway, we sat down, we talked, we cut his hair. He was thrilled. I had good conversation, and he was a nice young man. I think he's from Edwardsville.
He is. Riley's from. We played soccer together growing up on Scott Gallagher. Great guy. That's cool. I saw that. What a small world.
Yeah, it is a small world.
Well, and whenever we're going forward, are you going to be open 7 days a week, 6 days a week?
Okay,
5?
So no, I'm open Tuesday through Friday, 6 to 6 right now. I might bump that to 5, from 6 to 5. But right now, I'm going to do 6 to 6 Tuesday through Friday. And on Saturdays from 6 to noon, that should give everyone a chance to come in and get a nice haircut make their wife happy, whatever.
Now, I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a long-standing client that's come in for 20 years ever change their haircut on you?
Every once in a while, they will. There'll be an occasion where, I'll just take an example, men who don't have a lot of hair on top, like me, they'll tend to make up for it by growing.
Yeah,
and
the John Adams.
Yes, and all it does is accentuate your issue. So after I get to know them a little bit, it's like, why don't we let's just shorten this up a little bit, and then it'll take away from the effect of you not having a lot of hair on top. So, just maybe something like that. Or, styles change.
Yeah.
High school kids, whatever the trend is, that's what everybody's got to have. I can see the trends already starting to change on some stuff, so... But we've done quite a few makeovers. I mean, people will come in, they look like they've been living under a bridge or whatever.
You're right, though, man.
So, they'll come in, and there's nothing wrong with long hair. I mean, in my day, we all had long hair, okay? So, but they'll come in with, hair down to here, and they'll leave looking, with a George Clooney type haircut, like a businessman's haircut. And they didn't realize how out of control everything got until we got them into something that's a little more flattering for them. So
when you're working with somebody, can you connect with them pretty quickly whenever they're in the chair?
I like to talk to people.
Yeah.
So I generally doesn't take long. You kind of feel people out. I have a pretty good sense of people's personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm truly interested about them and their lives and what do they do for a living. Their grandkids or kids or their pets, whatever. That's how you get to know people.
Yeah.
Is just talk to them. Let them talk. Let them talk. Don't do all the talking. Let them to do the talking.
Were you a people person before barber school and before the industry?
You kind of had to be.
Yeah.
Selling the process controls. You're generally dealing with more introverted people because engineers are introverted people.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just their personality.
Exactly.
But, now in this business, I meet all kinds of people. I've had customers. I had a Top Gun pilot, a real one.
Wow.
Not a movie guy, but a real one. He was an interesting fellow. I've had D-Day veterans. Mm-hmm. They're passed on now. And just people, doctors, the trash guy, the doctor, just everybody,
What's your favorite client to work on?
My favorite.
Do you have
client?
one? I mean, it's kind of like picking a child, but is there a favorite type?
Just the ones that aren't afraid to cut up a little bit and
have some fun. Yeah,
have fun in there, and just the people that aren't afraid to, have a little conversation. Just makes it a better deal for everybody. Some people don't want to talk, and I respect that. People they have things on their mind sometimes, and I'll respect that and just let them, just cut their hair and give them what they want and just keep your mouth shut.
I'm telling you, my stylist is getting ready to go get a call from Bill in Centerstone because he's become my therapist. It's like, well, and that's the relationship. And just talking with you in the office, man, I can easily see how there's such a fit because hell, you can talk to anybody.
I do. My wife's like, man, what's wrong with you? I mean, I'll my wife's very reserved, but I will definitely just talk to anybody. So.
Well, with that being said, it's 10:13, and we'll take a quick break. Can you stay around, though?
Absolutely.
We'll keep talking with Ron and learn more about Redbird Barbershop right here on this 4th of July Thursday, right here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store, Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Hanging out with Ron and learning all about Redbird Barbershop. Happy 4th of July to all of you. If you're just tuning in, starting your morning off and getting that hangover shook off from the Alton fireworks last night, you got 3 more opportunities to have some fun, and you got a lot more opportunities to call Ron for a good old haircut. And, Ron, what are some of the service fees? What are some of the price points for your work?
Okay, haircuts are $22 for men. It's $20 for 12 and under. We do beard trims. If you get a beard trim with a cut, it's $5. If you just come in and you got a fairly serious beard trim lining, that's $15 just by itself. But if you get it with the cut, it's $5 extra.
Oh shoot!
So I mean,
you
bring it on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make you look good. I'm trying to I'm there to provide a really good service, and things are tough enough for people right now for prices. I'm trying to keep my prices decent so people can come in and not stress it over. If you bring 3 kids in and you get a haircut, I'll give you a group discount. It's all cool. I get it.
Yeah.
It's expensive to have kids.
Well, and that's what I think's really cool for the folks around here to know about, because there are families that have 4 or 5 kids, and it's.
Oh yeah, I've already had them in the shop.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah. Guy comes in with 3 little kids, you know, the mom, and then the dad. I'm like, the guy goes, well, what do I owe you? It's like, you know what? Let's just do this and call it good. And I could see in their eyes that they appreciated it. So that makes me feel good.
Now, take me to your barber chair. Is there a reason that you keep that traditional 1960s style in there?
Okay, well, this is a pretty funny story. Okay, so when I decided to open up a barbershop, I remember the barbershop my father and I went to. I grew up in the 60s in Florissant, okay?
Okay.
And on Patterson Road there in Malamphy, down at the end at the old Del Monte grocery store, was a little barbershop. And the chair in there, when I was a little kid, I always thought that was so cool because it looks like something Captain Kirk sits in. Yeah. Okay. and it like burned it into my brain when I was 5, so maybe that's when the barber thing hit me or whatever, you know. And I remember the back bar and everything, and I was like, this is so cool. This is like spaceship stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
So when I decided to do this, I got on the almighty Facebook Marketplace, which is a very addictive, dangerous thing.
Yes, it is.
I know I have a little problem with Facebook Marketplace.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Has your wife banned you from it
yet?
yet?
A hot rod or something on there, which I don't need any more of. But anyway, so I get on and I'm doing a national search. I said, I'm going to find that chair, the very same color and the very same back bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I searched for weeks and I found the chair. It was in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I found the back bar in Kansas City. The very same.
Oh my God.
Okay, I know when I do something, I do it.
Oh
so
my gosh.
I called the guy in Indianapolis. I said, you know, I'm near Springfield, Missouri, and I want this barber chair. And he goes, are you kidding me right now? You're in Springfield, Missouri? Well, sir, I'm in Indianapolis. I'm like, I don't care. I want to get in the truck right now, and I'm coming to get that chair. Don't sell it. And I couldn't get him to believe me. Turns out he was a policeman, so he's probably leery of everybody.
Scammer, you know.
I don't blame him. Anyway, he's like, no, sir, do not sell that chair. I'm getting in my truck right now. I have cash in my pocket. I'm coming to get the chair. So I got the chair and came home, and then I dropped that off, and I went to Kansas City, got the back bar, and they all match, and I still have them, and it's in my barbershop today. So
is it the blue one?
It's like a aqua color.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a picture of it there, but it's very futuristic looking. People love the chair.
It's badass, man.
You know, it's like if a 57 Chevy was a barber chair, that's my chair. There it is.
Yeah, right here, right in the chair.
Yeah, so there it is. And so, yeah, I was so thrilled because I remember that as a child, and that's what drives a lot of people to collect. They collect what they remember as a child because it brings your youth back. It's all in, you know. It's just that's it. So anyway, people love the chair, and that's how I got it.
So going forward, when is the best time to reach out for scheduling? Do you have people a week or two to schedule, or if they need a haircut, give you a call?
The number. Can I give my phone number?
Oh hell
okay.
yeah!
Yeah. Just you can contact me at 618-772-3780. 618-772-3780, and that is my barbershop number, but it's also my cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as you're not calling me at midnight,
yeah,
just be sensible about it. But I'm open from 6 to 6. You can call me in the evening. If you're in a bind, you got an unexpected funeral or something, and that kind of stuff pops up, just call me. If it's after hours, come on over. I'll take care of it.
This is cool. This is cool.
It's all about just relationships and stuff with people. So
absolutely, and folks, 8111 North State 159, just north of Edwardsville, correct?
Yeah, I'm just north of Morrill Road. I'm near Rankin Road, which is everybody turns to go to Prairie Town Inn.
Yep.
That's a popular place.
Yep.
So I'm right on 159. There's no way you can miss me. I'm between Morrill Road and Rankin, closer to Rankin Road.
Mm-hmm.
So please.
Did you get your rock out there yet?
My what?
Your rock?
What rock?
Weren't you getting a rock made for the outside that said Redbird Barbershop?
No, I got a nice sign.
Oh,
out there.
sign.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you had a.
No, I got a sign out there.
Oh, cool.
You're getting some compliments on the sign, so it's just kind of nice to hear. So,
really cool, man.
Yeah, so my goal here is to just, come get me a try. I think you're really going to like it, and, word of mouth is always good.
Mhm.
And this type of thing, which I really appreciate you having me on here.
Oh, man, this is wonderful.
It's good to do.
Before I let you go, I got one fun question for
Okay.
you. The best and worst haircut experience of your life?
The best haircut experience.
Yep.
Okay. I had a young man. He was probably, I'm going to guess he was in his 30s. And he came in, and he would look at the floor. He wouldn't look at me. He was just kind of a quiet person. I was trying to read this kid, and he goes, "Well, sir, would you cut my hair?" And I said, "Sure." He goes, "Well, I really don't have any money to pay you." I said, "Well, why don't you tell me what's going on?" And he told me the story, and I won't bore everybody with that, but
Yeah.
I said, "Why don't you sit down?" I'm going to get emotional here.
Sorry, man, I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
Well,
and I cut his hair, and it was worth a lot of money for me to do that.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry.
No, but to hear that though, I mean, it goes a lot further than a service sometimes in business. You know what I'm saying, Ron? And
can you cut that part
yeah,
out? Cut that part out, man. That got to me. But anyway, it was that I helped this kid, and he was so thankful.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And it made me feel, it was better than getting paid $1,000.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I always ask those questions, because you never know when the greatest stories are told. Because, obviously we love talking about Redbird Barbershop.
Right.
But whenever someone in the community, even though we're live now, and if you're watching this later, you want to see the last part, they know how they get to know you more. And that's what I think's cool, because we all can open a business, but no one can be another Ron. No one can be another CJ. There's only one or two, or there's only one of us. And I really appreciate that. Now, have you had a Karen in your barbershop before? We have to end on a fun note, man. Any bad experiences?
The only person I had, and he was a regular, and I cringed every time he pulled in the parking lot. The guy would come in, and all he would do is brag about how much money he had and all the things he was buying, which I don't begrudge anybody of having things, especially if you worked for them.
Yeah.
I don't.
God
that
love
doesn't
you.
bother
Yeah.
me. But he would brag about it every time, and it was so bad. If literally, this happened. If I had a customer walk in and open the door and see him in my chair, they would say, "Ron, I'll be back later." They would not come in. It was that obnoxious. It was so obnoxious. That's obnoxious, buddy.
You gotta be a special person.
You gotta be a special piece of work. So,
just don't be that guy when you go into Redbird Barbershop.
Yeah, just don't brag about it.
Yeah, just don't be a jerk,
I don't care for people who.
Ron, this was a great conversation, man, and I know so many people are going to connect with this, and thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
You can reach out to Ron by giving that cell phone number out again. What was that?
It's you can reach me at 618-772-3780. I'm on Highway 159, just south of Rankin Road. My mailing address is Morrow. I'm not really in the town of Morrow. I'm more out there on 159. My shop is very close to the highway. You park right by the door. It's easy access in and out. And I hope that people will come and give me a try.
Yeah.
I think they'll be happy they did.
I think you will be too.
I appreciate you doing this today, man.
Oh, no problem. For modern styles, classic cuts, and great conversations, there's only one place to go. That's Redbird Barbershop at 811 North State 159, just a little bit north of Edwardsville in that vicinity. Call Ron on his cell phone, and we'll link all of it in an article. Have a great rest of your 4th, man.
Yep, thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with some replay conversations as part of our hybrid 4th of July show right after this on Riverbender.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Oh, Sarah Crouton, Sizzle, and Steven in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. What's up? It's been a brilliant morning, you know?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's been fantastic, some might say.
So how was the drive over here with all this rain? Let's just break the ice.
You know, a little. We were trying to make sure that we kept all of our buns secure as we were driving on the road, and I think we did. We got here pretty safe and sound.
So you were just on Fox 2?
We were, yeah. We were right over there, and then we just hauled buns straight over here to you.
So how did this all come about? Why are you you guys in St. Louis this next couple of days?
Well, we came to St. Louis from Chicago on Monday, and we're doing the 4th of July parade tomorrow. We're super excited. One of America's biggest 4th of July parades, we've heard.
Yep.
So we're super excited for that. Just spending some time here, and then we're heading back to Chicago after the parade tomorrow.
So how long have your guys' hands been behind the bun?
You know, on our Hot Tag Highway journey, we're really only about 3 weeks into our 365-day tour, but we're feeling pretty good. We're hot off the grill, feeling good.
Fresh dogs.
Yeah, fresh dogs, fresh meat, but feeling good.
So how did this all come about for both of you? Because we all know the process. We always see the article every year, the apps. Drive the Wienermobile. Yeah. How did you guys get this prestigious accolade? Because this is hard to get.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for a job coming out of college. My mom sent it to me kind of as a joke, the advertisement. But I looked into it and I said you need an appetite for adventure, a taste for travel, and it was perfect for me coming out of college, and I think it was great. We went through a couple rounds of interviews, but I guess they decided we cut the mustard, and they picked 12 of us out of 7,500 people. It kind of just happened all at once, but it's the best job in the world.
Wait, how many people?
7,500.
Yeah, 7,500 people.
I don't feel as bad for not getting the job. So what's it look like, for you guys on the road? What are you guys doing with Oscar Mayer? What's the purpose of the Wienermobile?
Yeah, so the Wienermobile started as a way to spark smiles, and that's something that still exists today, which was my main reason of why I wanted this job, because you create so many smiles when you're driving along the road or just meeting people in, little stations. So it's great, but we are brand ambassadors of Oscar Mayer and just tell everyone about the amazing products that Oscar Mayer has.
It kind of sounds like it's fun. John, I'm sorry, but if I have a chance next year, I might apply for this one.
Come on down. You can't miss it.
So the one thing that immediately connects with me as Oscar Mayer is the Santa Claus movie. Do you remember this? Whenever the weenie whistle gets dropped out of the sky?
Yes.
Whenever you're talking with folks and you're showing them the inside of the vehicle, or maybe you're just kind of touring around, how many people, the first thing they think of is the weenie whistle?
Oh, that is what they want.
Is it seriously?
Yes, everybody wants to. I mean, you can't, who could blame you? There you go.
Oh, here we go. Thank you very much.
Ready to go.
It's amazing, yeah. Always got to have your weenie whistles on you because they're the best ever.
I'm from Alton, I can do this.
They've been around for decades, so everybody, especially maybe generations that are a little bit older than us, know exactly what it is, and that's the first thing they think of when they come up to it, and we always get to give them a smile when they come up.
Other side, you were right. You're great. Perfect.
Yeah. You apply a few notes on that once you learn it a little bit. Yeah.
You got to get confident, and then.
I'm not. I'll get better.
He's learning though. He's got to train.
It's my first day.
Yeah. We stay with the whistle. It's okay. No, but we have people come out and bring us whistles from 30 years ago.
Now, is the style the same?
The style has changed a little bit. They started out without the wheels, and they were put in packaging. And then over time, we've kind of built the base up, built the wheel up. It used to be a little more square. It's a little more rounded now. We changed the logo a little bit, but they're great. They're great. I love them.
It's the coolest thing.
I know, it's sweet.
Now, what are some of the ins and outs that, we might not even think about when you're going and meeting with folks? Because as a brand ambassador, you guys have a pretty important role, because Oscar Mayer, especially with the lineage of the Wienermobile and how many people have been behind it and how many people have spread the message.
Yeah.
Is there some pride and some almost, a little bit of some prowess that comes with it? Because for me, it would be. This is a pretty important role for the company.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you really get to go into people's communities and get to learn about them and learn about their products. I mean, that is my favorite part about this job. We get to go to grocery stores, we get to go to Fair Plays and Walmarts and Kroger's and spend time there actually getting to know people, and people will stop and have 30-minute conversations with you, and that's the highlight of our time.
That, but also, the program's been going on, Oscar Mayer's nephew, Carl Mayer, started 88 years ago. So there's an honor in kind of continuing that lineage. The program as we know it started 37 years ago, so we're class 37. Mm-hmm. So there's kind of an honor and a pride in kind of continuing that lineage, which is really cool.
100%. And there's nothing seriously more Americana than an Oscar Mayer hot dog.
Gosh, no.
The Wienermobile, yeah.
When you guys said you'd be stopping by, I'm like, oh my God, I won this week. No one can touch me. No one can touch me.
This week we get to be here, so this is awesome.
I've only got to ask you, the first day behind the wheel, what was that feeling like? Because that's nerve-wracking when someone hands you, not only a car, but a Wienermobile.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've been building up anticipation for this job for a few months, and I didn't actually see the Wienermobile for the first time in person until we were starting to drive them. And so I had never seen it before.
It pulls into the parking lot, and Steven was like, wow, I've never seen one before. What do you mean? I'm crying. crying because I'm in love with all of
Yeah.
them, like seeing them come out, and he's like, never seen it.
Yeah, but, so it's really exciting. But we were in a training program for 2 weeks called Hot Dog High.
Hot Dog High, we graduated.
Where we learned everything about Oscar Mayer.
I've been hot dog high before. Oh, that school. Okay.
Yeah, we spent several days learning how to drive specifically. We started with little Penske vans.
We had to graduate into
and
the
graduate
Wienermobile.
into the Wienermobiles.
No way.
So
Oh yeah, no, we are trained.
it takes
for
a little
the
bit of
road.
getting used to, but it's not too bad.
How many Wienermobiles are there?
6 Wienermobiles.
Do you change them out when you guys are coming back and forth for wear and tear? How does that work?
We have partnerships with Penske, and so we take our Wienermobile to Penske to get it fixed whenever anything happens. But they're really great vehicles, and yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 Wienermobiles and there's 12 of us.
Yes.
Oh,
gotcha. Sorry. Yes.
So we're
Okay,
all,
yeah.
So we're all in pairs, and we're all in different sections of the country. So we're the Midwest team
Yes,
for
there you
6
go.
months. So we'll be together until January, and then we'll switch co-pilots, and we'll switch regions of the country. So we'll each get 2 sections of the country
Yes.
over our course of the year.
I gotta ask you this because I want to see if we can go out and try to do this and
Oh my gosh.
not embarrass myself too much.
No.
But I gotta ask, when you guys met for the first time, that's kind of nerve-wracking because it's not like a coworker here where I can lock my office and kind of turn the lights off. You're with each other all the time.
Sure, yeah.
We are.
How'd that collaboration and connection work?
I mean, they do a great job pairing up all of the hot doggers. A lot of the behind the scenes does really great. I mean, I think we're a great team.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of nerve wracking not knowing someone and then going to spend 6 months with people. But the way I described it with my friends and family was it takes a very certain type of person to do this job. It takes an extrovert that loves to talk to people and wants to get to know people. So I wasn't really nervous at all. And so far, so good.
And that was a concern I had, was spending all this time with one person for a year or 6 months and then a year. But we got to talk to a lot of the past hot doggers who told us they never make a mistake when they match people up. It always works out. So they have this super secret recipe that nobody knows,
Secret sauce.
but they do it right and it works every time.
I'll be damned. That is like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
So whenever you're driving down the road, what was the first double take you got behind the wheel? Did it happen pretty quick when someone's driving by into the...
Oh, immediately.
It happens all the time. Pretty much
all the
everyone.
time. And we were just saying the other day, we want a log of every photo that's been taken of us because we've probably had like 2,000 photos taken of us while we're just driving down the road. On the street, everyone's phones are up. Everyone's taking their photos. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
feels like
Were
you're
you
in a
photo
parade.
people before this?
Like,
Yeah,
I
like
would
photogenic. Did you like photos?
I would say so. I
I'm a
mean,
photo person.
if we weren't then, we definitely are now.
And if I wasn't good at taking photos of other people, I'm really good now. Been training, so.
That's just wonderful. And while we have you too, before we take a quick break, any other stops in the area that you want to kind of promote, hit on the next couple of days?
Really just come out and see us at the St. Louis 4th of July parade tomorrow. We're super excited about that, but we're heading out after that, going back to Chicago. But as soon as we come back to St. Louis, we will let all of you
Yeah, we hope to be back really soon.
But if you'd like to follow us on our journeys, Instagram is the best way to reach us. We have, mine is OM_Sarah Kraut.
And mine is OM_Sizzlin' Steven.
So yeah, check
Have
us
you
out.
guys had any personal growth being on the road and just kind of getting away from it all?
I think a big thing, personal growth for me, is a lot about just having to be flexible and having to be adaptable and having to come up with plans, and also just being in new cities all the time, figuring out what to explore, figuring out what to go do. Yeah.
I mean, we just started, but I mean, I'm personally having a lot of personal growth with the fact that I just graduated from college like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Sarah's been out a little bit longer than I have.
Year, so I graduated in 2023. So, yeah.
But just big transition right now. So, I mean, learning to live on the road and being away from people is a little tough, but I'm getting used to it, and we get to go home a little bit too, so which is nice.
That's really cool. So why don't we do this? We're going to take a quick pause. I'm going to bring somebody down here to hit the on the scene for us, and I'm going to go outside and we're going to look inside this damn thing. Let's take a quick break here. Our daily show on this 3rd day of July continues right after this on RiverBender.com and on Roku TV.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh, we're outside for the Wienermobile. So how do we do this? How do we tour in? We have a couple of folks stopping by. Thanks for doing that. Do you guys like the Wienermobile, kids? So how do we do this? We go inside.
That's up to you. Let's do it.
Let's just check out the beautiful bunch we have the outside.
Look at this.
Dogs from 24 hot dogs high. So got a real big dog on the road. You know? We'd love to show you the inside.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's
Go.
go.
We're touring. We're on the road.
Got fun
On RiverBender.com. I've never done it before. Oh, hold on. Big door here.
Like a spaceship.
Oh my God.
Beautiful mustard floor with the sunny skies above.
No way. Hold on here. Hold on, folks.
You can go ahead and say shot bun. That's
Shot bun.
Shot bun. Up here we've got our bun roof. We've been having a little leakage, but it's perfect. It's not good.
How do you guys? This is the perfect hand rest. Look at this right here. We're bunning around.
Yep.
And what's your favorite part of the inside of this vehicle?
Mine is the sky. I think it's so pretty, and the blue sky. Every time you look up, I think this is awesome. This is great.
What's your favorite part?
Yeah, we have some long drives. So the seats are so comfortable for our long drives.
So good.
We got our meat belts on them too. So lots of stuff.
No, I got to ask you got a couple of more seats in the back. Do you ever have any other, people that drive the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in other parts of the country that come by and hang out with you guys eventually? Or is this just all for you to kind of leisure around in?
This is for us to give people rides, to take people around. In fact, when we were in Chicago, some of his friends came and we gave them a ride in here.
No
We
way.
gave them happy birthday rides. So, yeah, everyone's able to sit back here. 6 seats for fun.
That's awesome. And if you guys can see, the skies are blue in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. There's always a blue sky. Now, I got to ask you, if you could race this, how fast does it go?
We like to observe the speed limit. So we're
Good
hitting
answer.
70 on the highways. Yeah, 70. 70's where we coast when we're on the highways. We love it. But it drives a lot better than you expect. I know people think, oh, it's 60 miles. It can't be great. But no, it's amazing. It's an amazing vehicle.
60 hot dogs long. And how many wide?
Wide, it's 18 hot dogs.
No.
Wide, it's 18 hot dogs, I thought. Or...
Yeah, we know it's tall.
Except that's
We know
how
tall is 24 hot dogs.
24 hot dogs. Stack 24.
You have 18, you're right. Yeah. And it's about 140,000 hot dogs in weight.
Now, who put the TV in here? Is that an MTV job or was that added?
That was really good. We haven't used it yet, actually.
I know, but my dream is to go camping in the Wienermobile, and so I think that could be fun.
Maybe in the fall, yeah.
In the fall when it's not too hot.
Under the star and in between the bonds, yeah.
Sounds like the ideal night.
Well, seriously, thank you so much. Hold on, let's do one final tour and wrap around here. We'll walk out and come with us real quick. Look at this. You got them riding in luxury. You got Oscar Mayer slides on the bottom of this bad boy. Look at the detail on this. Sizzle and Steven and Sarah Kraut came through big time today. And, well, why don't we just do this? Thank you guys so much for letting me see it. Thank you guys so much for talking with us today.
Of course.
I'm outside the building, and I got to go back in because I got a job to do. We'll take a quick break, and our daily show continues right after this from RiverBender.com, and it's on Roku TV. How about that for a 4th of July show? All of you have a safe and wonderful day. Have a safe and wonderful weekend because I know you're taking tomorrow off. I'll be here live at 9. Until then, just try your best to stay out of jail, and God bless the United States.